What's up, love gang? It's your girl Layla, and I'm back with another banger on top of a banger on top of a bang bang banger. But before we get into today's video, I want to bring y'all attention to a TV show called 60 Days In. A friend of mine showed it to me about a week and a half ago. It's basically about these people who volunteer to go to prison and I guess give insight on whatever's going on in the prison and bring it back to the warden and, snitch, basically. So there's 6 seasons. I have just finished the 6th season, which blew my mind, okay? Blew my mind. I will leave a link to watch it in the description box down below, but I recommend it for every and anybody. Now, without further ado, we about to get into this story time. Now grab a drink, take a seat, cause it's about to get real. Today's story takes place in a park in Newmarket, Ontario. If y'all don't know where it is, look it up on a map. On a map. I said mop. It is up north, very quiet suburban area. My family and I were living in Newmarket, and it was May 24th, May 2-4 weekend, whatever. What is that holiday? A holiday. It was May 2-4 weekend, and it was like a tradition in my family where whatever holiday, Victoria Day, Family Day, Christmas, Canada Day, whatever it is, our family would get together at my house and we would have a barbecue in the summertime, and we play games, we watch TV, and in the nighttime before the fireworks, we'd go to the park and we would hang out. So this particular day at the park, my family, my brothers, my sister, my nephew, my niece, we all packed up because my dad and my mom stayed at the house. The older people stayed at the house. My auntie stayed at the house. Packed up. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go watch fireworks, but first we're gonna go to the park and play with the basketball a little bit. So we're walking down to the basketball court, and it's at the school. So like my house is like literally at the top of a hill, and then you walk all the way down, and on the right hand side is my school, and in the back there's this huge field where there's basketball court, and there's a big field where you can play soccer. But like the thing with this field is it goes down in a dip, and there's a fence there, and then across from there is like a walkway. So while we're walking to the park, we see this girl, Little Pickney, walking her dog. And my niece at the time, she must have been like 3 or 4, I believe, 3 or 4. She at the time, to this day, afraid of dogs. Me and my sister are playing with my niece and the ball keeps rolling, and my niece will run after the ball. This particular time, my niece goes to run after the ball, and we look to our right while my niece is not paying attention because her focus is on the ball. We see this little girl, this little Pickney. She took her dog off of the leash to run around in the grass. Now, this is not a dog park. It is a school backyard, okay? It's like the back of the school. You are not supposed to have dogs off of a leash. And the sign says it clear as day, keep your dog on the leash when you're out here because other kids play. Fair enough. So this little girl takes her dog off the leash, and this dog comes charging at my niece. I look at my sister and I see my niece. My niece is far out in the distance going after the ball, and this dog is going right for her. So I start to scream at this little Pickney. I'm like, get your dang dog. Get your dog. Get your dog. Because if you don't get your dog, we're going to have a problem. My niece finally locks eyes with the dog, and the dog is coming full force at her. Full force. This is a German Shepherd coming full force at my niece. Okay, maybe he wanted the ball. I understand. But my niece don't know that. Okay? My niece don't know that. And I don't know that. You're a German Shepherd. For all I know, you're ready to bite off somebody's face. No. Unpredictable. So I'm running towards my niece, and I'm telling this little Pickney, go on, go get your dog, because if you don't get your dog, we're going to have a problem. Screaming, get your dog, get your dog. I'm telling my niece to relax because at this point she's screaming because she is like afraid. This dog jumps her. The dog jumps her. And I lost my mind, okay? I lost my mind because my pretty little niece, frightened for her life, don't know what to do with herself because this dog is on her and she's screaming. So when I got up to the dog, I looked at the girl and I'm trying to keep my niece calm and I'm fanning off the dog. I'm like, yo, get your dog off of my niece right now. I'm trying to grab my niece, okay? Get your dog off of my niece right now. She's like, oh, come on, doggy. Come. No, I tell you, I wasted 0 time. I took my right foot and I kick the dog in his neck. I don't business. I don't. And the dog, I don't care. No. This little girl come tell me, oh, you kicked my dog for blah, blah, blah. Go back to the country you came from. What country did I come from? Brothers are watching in the distance. My sister's standing there. She's like, don't get me involved, because if I get involved, it's over, okay? So she looks at me and she had the nerve to say to go back to where I came from. Honey, where did you come from? I'll wait. Because I looked at her and I was like, are you dumb? She takes her dog and I'm telling her, yo, put your dog on a leash. You can clearly see the sign over there says do not have your dog off of a leash in this park because people walk around. This is not a dog park. You don't do that, okay? And she's cussing me, telling me to go back to the country I came from. At this point, I have thrown the ball to my sister, so she has it, and I have my niece in my arms, and my niece is crying hysterically because she's petrified at the fact that this dog came to her and she didn't know what this dog wanted, and she was sitting there and she's just like, yo, I'm scared, auntie, I'm scared. Have my niece in my hand and I'm there hushing her while I am cussing this lady with my next hand. I'm like, yo, chick, check your dog and check your mouth, because if you come for me, I'm finna come back, okay? So she's standing there and she's like, oh, I can't believe you kicked my dog. I'm gonna tell my parents to sue you. I'm like, tell them. I wish you would. Tell them. What's she gonna tell him? Oh, mom, I let the dog off of the leash. Your mama know you ain't supposed to have the dog off of the leash. Why you letting the dog off the leash? Oh, it was just innocently playing. No, your dog was not innocently playing. Your dog attacked my niece. So my instinct was to kick your dog in the neck. Make him lose his breath. Because I don't have time for that. No. So she basically told us to go back to where we came from. And she said that she wanted to sue us. And I told her to go right ahead. And I even told her, my house is right there, that big gray house on the top of the hill on the left-hand side. Please, come. The only thing that judge is gonna hear is the fact that you were in a school playground and there is a big sign that tells you to leave your dog on the leash while you're in the playground. The nerve of this little 15, 16-year-old pitney for come and tell me, say, me must go back where me come from because me not belong here. Where do you belong? Where do you belong? Where do you belong? So yes, I did give that girl my address and I told her to make sure she run up. When I tell you, days after this incident happened, I waited for that doorbell to ring. I waited because she was serious. Oh, I'm going home right now to tell my mom and we're gonna sue you because you kicked my dog. But I did warn you. I did. I told you, get your dog off of my niece or I am going to kick him. And that is exactly what happened. Because why? You didn't want to listen. And that is not my problem. You had your dog off of a leash where it's not supposed to be off of the leash. This is not a dog park. This is a playing ground for people and Pitney. Wrong move, sis. So I waited a couple days until I realized she ain't coming. Because you know what? She knew she was wrong. But yes, she needed to learn a lesson. Has anybody else had any bad experiences with a dog? If you have, please share it with me because I would love to know. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. You didn't have to, but you did, and I appreciate it, and I love you for it, and I'm gonna continue to love you for it. Peace out, love gang. See you next time.